Who knows what CHEC stands for? C-H-E-C. Anyone know what CHEC stands for? Okay. Maybe I can get this on. It stands for the Community Health Education Center. Okay. So that's where we get our little name of CHEC from. And so those of you that have been to some of our other programs, you know we've done CHIP, we've done a variety of things. And what we're doing now is CHEC, the Community Health Education Center, is kind of our global. So CHEC is our global name, I suppose, for all of the programs that we're going to run, or for our ministry here. And within that, we're going to do a variety of different things. So we're calling this CHEC Wellness. And we're going to talk today, instead of giving another kind of a presentation or cooking demonstration, we're going to do an overview of what you can expect from CHEC Wellness. And what we're doing now, I caved in last night and called it Lunch and Learn. I was the one that didn't want to do that, but I put, unless you want to call it, what was the other one? Masticate, cogitate, unless you want to call it that, I can change the name up here to that. But we are planning on having these monthly Lunch and Learn or monthly meetings each month on the second Sunday of the month. Second Sunday of every month from 1:30 to 3:30 we will meet here. Each week we will have, or each month we will have a catered meal by chef. And it is a free meal. We do accept donations, of course, to help defray the cost, but it's not required. So feel free to come whether you can do that or not. And we will select a menu with chef each time. What did you think of the menu today? I've never had it. We decided to do something a little different than lasagna, although his lasagna is wonderful as well. So if you have a favorite dish of his that you've eaten at the restaurant, you might let us know, because we'll be picking each month a different one of his entrees to make. And we're also hoping that Chef will be able to join us periodically. Since the restaurant, his new restaurant, just opened, he's a little busy right now, and so this was not a good week for him to come. But in the future, we're hoping we can get him to come and do some cooking demos for us. We will have a health talk, or some type of a talk each month. Dr. Bryant will probably be the main presenter, although there may be other people that will come and give different types of talks. And I just listed on here some samples of some things that we may be talking about. Nutrition, obviously, exercise, stress, emotional health, disease prevention. So if you think of any other topics or things specifically that you would like us to address, please let us know. We will be doing some cooking demos, and we had an idea related to that. I don't know if I've got it on another slide or not. I didn't grow up eating vegan like this. I grew up eating the real traditional stuff. A lot of us grew up eating, right? And sometimes, not that I want to eat that stuff anymore, but it still kind of sounds good in some respects. It's that, comfort foods type thing. And so I know what I've done is I've taken a lot of recipes that I used to make, and I've played around with them and figured out, can I make that vegan and make it still taste good? And I've done pretty good with some things haven't been so great. But my thought was, if you have a recipe, something that you just think, I just don't want to give this up, or I wish we could figure out how to make this more healthy, if you would send that to us, we could try to incorporate, we could try to play with those, make them into healthy vegan recipes, and then demo those for the group. So if you're interested in sending us any of your recipes like that, do that. I actually found one from Martha Stewart one day, and I was watching her make that, and I thought, I can do that. And turns out pretty good. We had it for church potluck the other day, and it turned out pretty good. So just let us know that. And then any other health-related types, demonstrations, and presentations. So we're open to just about anything. Our thought with our cooking demos was to basically kind of cycle them in some respects. To do a day or a month where we were doing breakfast, so that all of the menu items would be breakfast, so you could see all different times. So those things. Do a whole session on lunch, a whole session on dinner. But we're going to do something a little different to start with. The holidays are coming up, and that can always be a challenge, especially if you've decided to eat healthy and maybe the rest of your family has not. I know when we go to get together for a holiday meal, I struggle with having to not cook a whole completely different meal for my husband and I because of the rest of the things that the family eats. So we're gonna focus next month on holiday meals, specifically the entree type dishes. What you could bring, not just something that you would eat, but maybe something even that you could bring for your non-vegan or for less than healthy eating family members that they might be interested in consuming. So we're going to talk about that in November. In December, you know, the holidays, we tend to eat the same things for Thanksgiving and for Christmas, but what do we do at Christmas? We eat all that sweet stuff, right? You know, people get their colds at Christmas time because their immune system's so shot because they've eaten so much sweets. So what we wanted to focus on in December was maybe some alternatives to some of those, the candy and the sweets and things like that might still satisfy your sweet tooth, but be healthy, or healthier than what you're used to. So that's our November and December plans. Again, as I said, email us your favorite vegan, our favorite traditional recipes. We'll try to do some conversions with that. Might get Chef involved with that, see if he can help us come up with something. And here's our email. It's on, did all of you get a postcard or something in the mail? Some of you got postcards. Some of you got a personal invitation from Chef to come. This is our email address. And Eric, is that on different things where people can get that?
It should have been on everything.
Should have been on everything, okay. This is our email, checkwichita@gmail.com. And you can email us, send us things at that address. And again, just send a recipe and we'll see what we can do with it. And for November, as I said, go ahead and send us entree or side dish recipes, and for December, holiday desserts or snacks, and we'll try to work on some of those. Another piece that we want to put together for CHEC Wellness, besides these Sunday lunch and learns, we are planning on doing what we're calling in-home cooking schools. Now, these would be set up in advance. It would be for small groups of participants for about 2 to 4 people. So you would schedule this with CHEC Wellness, and we would set that up to come. You could come to one of our homes. We would do it in our house for you, or we could come to your home, and we would do a cooking school in your home. When we say cooking school, it'd be, Sherilyn, we talked, how many sessions is that normally? Just 1 or 5? 5 different sessions that we would come and go to your home, or you could come to one of ours, and we would do very small group cooking classes. We would customize that to your needs. In other words, you would tell us, what kind of food does your family like to eat? Are you fast food eaters? Do you need really quick stuff that you want to learn how to make? Do you want to learn to make big sit-down dinners? Whatever it might be. Included in this in-home cooking school would be a guided shopping tour, to where we would take you to the grocery store and walk you through the grocery store and help you see what to look for, what kinds of things to buy, what kinds of things to avoid, and how to actually shop to put up your pantry and put your house and your kitchen in good order. Included in that then, of course, would be kind of an assistance in setting up a really good vegan pantry. What all does that include? What kinds of things do you need to keep on hand in order to be able to cook in a healthy manner? There's some different things that I keep in my pantry than maybe, if you're not cooking like I do, you wouldn't have in your pantry. So we help you look at that. Included as well in that price would be some resource materials. We would give you a choice of several cookbooks. We would have several available. You can pick one of those that would be included in your price. Some DVDs on some health presentations, and any handouts or recipes that we may be using. So if you're interested in anything like that, again, you could email us and say, yeah, I'd like something like that. Now you're going to ask, how much is it? We haven't set the price yet. But there will be a price associated with this type of outreach. Okay? All right. Other programs that we have offered in the past and that we are intending on continuing to offer, we offer a depression recovery course. Now, depression recovery, that's what it's initially called, but even if you're not depressed, depression recovery is an excellent program. It helps you, it talks about emotion, how to make the brain function better. We've had people who signed up for this and gone to it. It's So I'm not depressed, but they learned all kinds of wonderful things from this program. So we do that. Some of you are CHEC graduates. We have CHEC graduates in the room. I know we do. All right. CHIP is new. Now, CHIP is a brand new program. What you've been to basically no longer exists, but it's been completely revamped and revised. And we are in the process now of deciding whether we're going to continue with the CHIP program in its new format. We'll make that decision pretty quickly within the next month. But our plan at this point is to take a look at whether to continue with the CHIP program. For those of you that don't know what CHIP is, it doesn't stand even for what it used to stand for. It used to stand for Coronary Health Improvement Project. It now stands for Complete Health Improvement Program. And those of you that went through it know that that's probably a better name because it's more than just coronary health. So it's been redone, all new videos or DVDs, all new materials and everything that goes with that. And that's a several-week program. We have also done some natural remedies courses. We actually just did a short one just a few weeks ago in Park City on some hydrotherapy or how to use water for simple home remedies. So we've had some requests to continue with those types of programs. I didn't bring them out of the workroom there I meant to, but we also have available to us. How many of you were here when Vicki Griffin came? Anybody in the room here listen to Vicki Griffin when she came? Okay. Vicki Griffin is another health educator, and she has a series of programs called Lifestyle Matters. And Lifestyle Matters deals with stress, it deals with diet and nutrition, deals with a whole variety of different topics. And so we will be offering some Lifestyle Matters workshops as well. We have also done smoking cessation. If you know anyone who is smoking, who wants to quit smoking, we have a very effective program that only lasts 5 days. It's a 5-day stop smoking program, and it's very, very, very successful. So anybody interested in that? And then any other guest speaker that we can get to come to Wichita that we might bring in, we surprises. You never know. Let's see who we had in the past. We haven't had any big name people for a while. But we've had Dr. Esselstyn, we've had Colin, Dr. Campbell. Who else have we had? A variety of different people, different speakers that have come in, so we might have other people. And any other suggestions that you might have? Anybody have any ideas of things you'd like us to do? Kind of programs you'd like to see?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, keep thinking. If you have any ideas, please let us know. Now the CHEC.
Alternative to fluoridation.
Okay, send us the information on the website. Okay, some information or on our email. Now we are in the process of setting up our CHEC website. Eric says to just tell you it's under construction, but I'm going to tell you what we're planning on putting on there because there's going to be some good stuff on there. There will be videos of various health presentations. So if the presentations that we give here are worthy of being videotaped, we will do that. Those will be put out there so you can look at them again, reference them for your friends, that type of thing. We will also have cooking demonstrations online, so you can watch some of those. We will post recipes. We will put links to other websites or other resources. And then we are also planning on being able to order things through this site, being able to order cookbooks or other health items. We're still having some discussions over what we want to do with that and how much of that we want to do. But if we, like our cookbooks and things like that, or we have particular product, not that we endorse products, but if we have something that we've used in a demonstration that we think someone might be interested in, we're looking at the possibility of being able to at least link you to something. Yes?
Is there any chance of having like the co-op items on so that you could either make a list of what we need so that it helps quicken the process when we get there, or even submitting that and having someone they know what we're.
That's an idea. Did you hear that, Dan?
I heard.
What?
Me or Eric?
No, actually you.
Me?
Both of you. She was talking about being able to somehow link an order form or a pre-order form or something with the co-op so that they could fill out an order in advance or something and you would know what to have on hand or what somebody might want. So we'll just put that down as a suggestion.
Yeah,
To know what's available.
because
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I use a mail, it's not a mailer, it's a website, and they have a catalog, and it's out of Michigan, and it is Seventh-day Adventist, I'm pretty sure.
Probably where we order the co-op
Could
from.
be, and that's where I get my soy milk and have for years, but it would help because I can go through that and see. I know there are some items they will not send me in the small enough form because they're in glass.
Oh, okay.
So that, that it would help me because I know some of what you used to have that I don't have any idea of what you now carry.
That's a good idea. For those of you that don't know what she's talking about, we do have a small store here. We call it a co-op. It's open to anybody. You can come shop there, and we sell some health-type foods that you might not find in your regular grocery store. It's only open once a week on Wednesdays from 3
to 6:45.
3 to 6:45 p.m. It's only open once a week. It's over in the school building in the basement. But there are some items there that you can't buy anywhere else, even at the local health food stores. There's some things that the place carries. And so, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of to say, we for years we've had the co-op over there, and even before there was like health food stores in town. But now we've kind of got a lot of health food stores, and we really can't get a lot of the items cheaper than they can get them. So like Natural Grocers is an excellent place to go for health food stuff, and just a lot of the things are actually going to stop carrying just because we don't sell enough of it, and it all gets outdated before we can get it sold because there's so many health food stores now around. So, but there are a few things that we still have
That would definitely help them to know what's available through you that we can't get somewhere.
Sorry?
That would help to know what we can't get somewhere else that you have
Yeah, okay.
available.
Okay.
Because,
That's a great idea. So even though it might not be cheaper like it used to be, it is maybe
Yeah.
more convenient. Or like you said, there are still some items like the soy curls and some other things. that
Yeah,
really
so
does carry.
a lot of the meat substitutes, we still
Yeah.
carry those because some of the brands they don't carry in the main store.
Okay, that's a great idea. We can have those two gentlemen work on that. Yes.
I just have a question about sugar. Instead of using brown sugar, what's the best natural sugar you can? I know you have like the Secant and like the organic pure cane sugar, but I was just trying to find something that would substitute for brown sugar.
Sugar is sugar is sugar when it gets in your body. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can call it whatever you want, but once your body, it's just sugar, whether it's agave or honey or sugar or whatever, it's just still pure sugar. I don't know, does anybody have anything that they substitute brown sugar for? Sherilyn, do you use anything on a recipe that?
I use some sucanat.
Sucanat, that's what I was thinking, maybe just sucanat, which is a little bit more natural, a little bit less processed.
Okay, well I have some of that. That's why I was wondering if that would be better than
Yeah.
I use
no
maple
sugar.
syrup.
Maple syrup.
Just a little bit. It doesn't take much.
Yes, I'm a-
What's better?
I'm a maple syrup fan myself.
Well, I use a lot of maple syrup also.
You know, it's pure, I mean, if you look at the carbs in it, it's really, or sugars, it's really high, but a
Right,
little
but
bit of
you don't
maple
use, you
syrup.
don't have to use as much.
You can mix your maple syrup, equal parts of maple syrup and equal parts of water, then put some cornstarch in it, thicken it up, and it tastes just fine, and you got half the calories. So there's all kinds of items like that that you can, yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, and then our last part is just wanting, again, just some suggestions from you. What do you want? If you go home and think about something and say, man, I wish somebody would talk about that. I wish they could find an expert on that topic for me. We'll see if we can find somebody to do that. And then also, what can you do to help? So in other words, we run this all with volunteer help. So if any of you are interested ever to come and just volunteer to help with a program, to help set up or clean up or help register or, get the word out, do whatever, we'll always take volunteers in order to help run these programs. None of us that do this, we're all just volunteers to do what we think is a good outreach to the community. Yes, sir.
What about these artificial sugars?
Well, that's another topic. I mean, artificial sugars. Oh, Dr. Bryant, I think, could probably talk better about that. Do you want to talk about artificial sugars?
Oh, artificial sweeteners.
Yes.
You know, a lot of the experts in the field on that say that what it does is it continues a sweet tooth. And that the studies show that while people don't consume the calories in that particular drink, throughout the day, the person finds other things that replace that, so they don't actually, they aren't any better off in the end, is the bottom line. And it continues to perpetuate a sweet tooth, and the better thing is to just completely get away from the sweet tooth.
They have done some studies or some whatever that show that people that drank the sugar-free pop gained more weight than the people who didn't. And it's for that very reason, because they still crave the sweet. So you'll see the people that get the diet Pepsi and eat the candy bar that big, you know, you think, well, that's ridiculous. Well, there's a reason, I guess, you know, physiologically for that. So besides the fact that, you know, there's all those different artificial sweeteners that we're not sure what they do in your body, I think that's what you're talking about. Now, there are some, like stevia and some of those, which are completely natural, you know, that aren't chemicals, they're plant-based. So you've got a recipe or something that needs some kind of sweetener. There are ones out there on the market that are better than others, I guess is what we're saying. Okay. Anything else? All right, thank you all very, very much. We're glad you're here. And we look forward to a continuing great relationship with you every month and for our other programs that we offer as well. So thank you.